And now it's time for Getting Real Cleveland. And I am your host, Doug Duke, the self proclaimed greatest influencer in the world. And today we got our first guest, my wingman, Mike Wendt, Mr. Cleveland Film. Welcome to Getting Real Cleveland, buddy. How you doing?
Thank you for having me, Doug. It's a pleasure.
It's about time. This is what this show's probably supposed to be. So if if you'll have me, perhaps you will be my wingman.
You can always be my wingman any day, Doug.
It's already going good. What did we do last night, Mr. Wendt?
We went to see the original Top Gun for its 40th anniversary release in Dolby Atmos, by the way.
That's right. This baby right here. That's right. We didn't watch it here. No, no. We went to the movie theater and it was spectacular, man. It was that was the first time I've seen it in a movie theater, which is, there's just nothing like it. I wish we saw it on a print, but bigger
Yes. Oh, yes.
But we
That-
we saw the film grain and oh God, man, it looked so great. It sounded so great. I
Well,
wonder
and
if
I think I turned to you right after or as the credits were rolling. It's like, why don't they shoot films like this anymore? Just because we get those extreme close-ups at times of faces. There's so much sweat in almost every face of that movie. The sunsets, the magic hour stuff. I think I've been on record like, because I absolutely love Top Gun Maverick, and I've slightly poo-pooed Top Gun a little bit in the last few years, but just seeing this again, it was like seeing it again for the first time, and I was just really like pleasantly surprised of like how much I like fell in love with it again, just seeing it last night.
that's awesome, man. And that's exactly why you rewatch things and definitely go see them in the movie theater. And that, yeah, and like I said, it was like my first time in theater. So I had those same feelings. Like I was like, um, this felt like the first time in a way because it was the first time in a movie theater to really take that film in, to get that scope frame. And again, and you brought up the golden hour and the Tony Scott skies are
Yes.
there's nothing like them. You
R.I.P.
get those,
Tony.
I know you get those orange skies. I mean, they're in Beverly Hills. They're in everything he does, and all the other skies that he has. But yeah, you just don't. It was unbelievable seeing it last night for the first time in a movie theater, and I got wrapped up. Like I just watched this last summer because like I own it now. I have it.
Yeah.
So I've actually went back to this recently in the last couple of years. I think I've watched it twice, and just a fucking obviously a banger. Tony Scott like really doesn't miss, so there's that. So I know what you're saying when you poo-pooed on it. I was probably like when Maverick came out, I was also like, is this gonna be good? And then obviously come on and like
It was a
fucking
banger. Yeah.
in the movie theater, you're like, this is one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my life. So I was like, well, I guess it's not really hard to, because you're kind of getting that whole perspective of what this movie is. People go, oh, the 80s, and it's very 80s, the volleyball scene, a little homoerotic or whatever they want to call it. And like whatever, I think that's also what rules about it. It's like, why don't they kiss instead of him going, "Ah,"
Yeah.
like just kiss. But no, there's no reason to shit on this movie at all. And
Yeah.
the only reason Maverick is as great as it is because of this movie.
Yeah. The amount of callbacks that are in Maverick that are set up in this first one, I almost forgot about how many things that came a part of it. The other thing that really warmed my heart when we were sitting in the theater is like how packed it was. I mean, there were like it seemed like there were like gaggles of kids like just being like trucked in. Like
And your
so
buddy
I
was
mean,
there, and his
hey, you
kids
got
were
to teach
cheering.
this younger generation good cinema.
I'm glad. What was your buddy's name again?
Najada,
Yeah,
he's a grip and gaffer here, and he saw me. He like jumped over,
it was awesome.
jumped over the aisle and gave me a big hug and took a nice picture of us too. So
I think
it
you did.
was
Shout
amazing.
out to Nishada. His
Yeah.
kids were. I saw them cheering during the film, and
Yes.
that's awesome. Because, I saw we. I'm sure you saw it too when we saw Maverick in the theaters. Like same shit was happening, and it was just cool to see a younger generation cheering the 1986 Top Gun just as much.
Yes.
But it's man, it's just so good. And like you said, the close-ups. Like, oh, so you just rewatch Maverick. Is there as many close, sweaty close-ups in that one as there is this one? Are they?
Not really. Not re I mean, there's like a little bit you get a taste of it, especially in that scene that we talked about where he proves that the mission can be completed. So there's a lot of like, you know, you know, like faces of wonder while that's going on, but not as close up as Tony Scott and his DP frame those shots.
Oh my God, man, they get right there,
Yeah.
very. I don't know what I want to say. Like Michael Mann probably obviously does some stuff like that too, but it's just, oh God, dude. And then when they go into the control rooms too, there's just nothing like that, especially in that time
Oh
or even in
God.
the 90s, which Tony Crimson Tide, same thing. I just
Yes.
love those guys, with the headsets on and all the monitors and and just the colors and the way that always looks. Like I almost turned to you like right at the beginning of the movie because like how it, obviously there's the opening with the credits and the jets and everything taking off, but then it goes into that like control room, whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
Just like I wanted to just look. I was like, I need to not talk during the movie. We need to enjoy it.
No, I also told you I was like Paramount if they, if they're ever like if they have some kind of gap in their schedule, just re-release these two movies. Like, and I'm sure it guarantees at least, 5 to 10 million, for a week. Why not? I mean, it's
Seriously, every summer, what are we doing around the
right.
4th of July or whatever? Just put fucking Top Gun or whatever. May's good too.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, fuck it. Put more Bruckheimer like just put Beverly Hills Cop, whatever.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the second one, the Tony Scott second one
Oh
is
yeah.
just as good. I don't know. I love it just as much as the first one. Fun. But yeah, yeah, Simpson Brockheimer productions in the 80s, like unmatched. I mean, this was probably, I mean, I don't know, no fact checking here right now, but I mean, I imagine it's probably pretty much the next one after Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You're right. Yeah. I actually I looked today because I was like what did they, how many things did they have in the 80s? And like actually wasn't a ton. There was only like four movies that they released in the 80s. There was one that was right after Flashdance that was a flop, but then it's like just banger after banger after that.
And in the 90s, well,
Oh God, yeah.
mostly just Jerry, obviously, at that point because of the
Yeah.
fortunate, R.I.P. Don
Yeah.
Simpson.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to Top Gun. Young cocky Cruise, you can't beat that, right? I mean, old you can't beat old cocky Cruise either.
Right. Yeah.
But he's so, I mean, he's so fucking great in this movie. Like,
Yeah.
like the emotions were hitting me in this movie. Like I even said to you after the movie, I was like really into the love story in this one because again, you want to listen to all the chatter and you can say this movie's cheesy or whatever, but no, like that like complicated love story like really does work and it kind of
Yeah.
pull at the heartstrings and it I don't know that sex scene's amazing. I was sitting there also thinking, but I guess it was like 86, so they were still a little loose and like it was still kind of new. But this movie was PG, and there's just
Yeah.
like so many sexual references. There's literally a sex scene.
Yeah.
And like, I saw this movie probably not long after it was like released on, VHS back then when you could rent it. So I was a kid. I remember like basically first grade. I remember me and Mark Zaremba, shout out to Mark Zaremba. I
Yeah.
remember us watching this movie and talking about it in grade school. And we
Yeah.
definitely put up the sex scene while we're fucking first, second graders. You know what I mean?
Well, was one thing that was funny just in the dialogue of it. It's like you very rarely just hear somebody say, because there's a scene like towards the beginning where they talk about just getting laid, and it's like you don't even like it's like saying that now is taboo, but like back then it was like it's okay, it's PG,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know. But
Everything.
because I love like the chemistry between him and um Anthony Edwards. And I for some reason I don't know why I misremember this, but like why did I think like Val Kilmer's character was into Kelly McGillis's character? Like for some reason I just always like maybe I'm just trained because there's always like, you know, now there has to be a love triangle, but it's for some reason it's like almost Val Kilmer's not in it that much if you think about it.
Well, he's
Um,
really, I mean, but
but yeah, I
when he is, he's great, and it's Iceman.
oh God,
Uh,
yes.
yeah, since you brought him up, because I obviously wanted to as well, but we got to talk, just a little more love to Anthony Edwards, like
Yes.
so phenomenal in this movie. Goose is, I mean, like we all know, but this is for a younger generation in case they're watching. I don't know why. We're old guys, but just he's so fucking funny in this movie, but he is the heart, obviously, and
Yeah.
we all know. And like those emotions, I mean, that got me. I don't know if you've seen me, but there was definitely some it got me. It got me good yesterday because like,
Yeah.
and again, it was just because like holy shit, like you're taking in the movie in the movie theater, and again, it just felt like that first time, and it was like, oh, and I know it was coming, but when it came, it was like, oh God, man, it wrecked me. It just wrecked
Yeah.
me because you're having so much fun with those two. You want them to succeed and you want them to be, Top Gun, you want them to be number one because there's no points for second place.
Right.
Um,
Well, and even in her short time period in the film as well, like Meg Ryan is just like like she's like gorgeous in the movie, but then also it's just like when she says that he loved flying with you, like that to me also it's like, oh.
I know. I thought I was done, and then that scene came. I was like, oh, okay, here's a couple more to drop.
Yeah.
Oh God, she's the best, man. I mean, she has. I mean, that's one of the best lines of the movie too.
Yeah.
Hey Goose, you big stud, like take me to
Yeah.
bed or lose me forever. Like, oh, man.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, see, and this is why we need the bigger show. We could literally sit here for an hour and talk
Yes.
about. We'll have the bigger show. Maybe it'll just start as this, until we get a spot or whatever. But I hope you guys all know that's Mr. Cleveland Film. I think he's down here, right? He's not up here. Cleveland Film. That's Mike Wendt. I am Doug Duke. We hope to do more of these. I mean, you're my wingman now, so we gotta start doing more of these. And like I said, hopefully we can get the bigger thing going, and we can sit here. And if you guys want to listen to us talk about Top Gun for an hour,
Yeah.
we
At least
but
maybe two. I don't know, three.
yeah, I mean, we do. I don't know. That's how we're feeling. You know me, I don't like to cut. I don't like to cut. I like one long take. One long hot take. But yeah, obviously, I mean, I think you need to promote me more, but everybody knows who Mike Wendt is. Follow Mike Wendt, Mr. Cleveland Film. You know where he's at. You'll find him. Cleveland Film Commission and Mike on Instagram,
And
all that
follow
stuff.
Doug.
Yeah,
Getting Real
please.
Cleveland. Doug Life 23.
That's
Is
right.
that it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Real Cleveland.
Didn't even have to
No
look.
Obviously, Top Gun's a five-star banger. So is Maverick, and I wish I stayed honestly just to watch Maverick again in the theater.
Yeah, I was tempted, I gotta
I was
say.
stupid on my part. All right, buddy. Thanks for being the first guest, and hopefully many. And just let's just might as well just let's just call you co-host. Let's just co-host. How about
I
that?
would be honored. I would be honored, sir.
All right, buddy. I'm glad we got this going. I'm glad we got it started. Thanks for coming on. Thank you for everything. Fucking getting real Cleveland, baby. Top it down.